Everybody, welcome back to Checkpoint on Campus. Norris Howard here alongside Jacob Brothers. And don't forget, if you haven't already, check out Looking for Group. That is the only comprehensive database of college esports programs. So if you're a player looking for a program to join, if you're a student that's looking to maybe help out with team marketing or coaching and get involved in any way you can, Looking for Group is the #1 place to go and find out all that information. So make sure you guys slide over to lfgroup.gg. Now, one of my favorite esports to watch is Rocket League, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I like watching the college streams even more than the pro streams. Collegiate Rocket League is awesome, and the spring semester split is about to get underway. And so we want to look at this and take a brief breakdown talking about some of the rules and all of the criteria that you're going to need to know in order to follow it. And the first thing I want to say is obviously the defending champs, Northwood University, they are looking still strong and they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. But we got a lot of teams still in the mix. You got Akron. You're going to have, you know, so many of these other schools still involved. So make sure you guys stay on the lookout for that. But Jacob, let's break down the rule set right quick so everybody knows what to expect from the next round of Collegiate Rocket League.
Yeah, so it's interesting that they're now kind of changing the organization of the most popular collegiate esport, but I'm down for it because we get geographic stuff. But yeah, so it's going to be kicking off on March 14th, and it's going to have a new 20-team format. And it's kind of broken up into like regional events and then a major. So 20-team format. So each regional event will last 4 days. Teams are going to be split into 4 groups of 5 teams. And then there's an Eastern and Western Conference. And I'm always a sucker for Eastern and Western Conference. Each conference will have 10 teams each. You know, because then you get like the fun matchups and you get the fun rivalries. Talk to me about this double elimination thing or the double round robin, because it changes quite a bit throughout this whole timeline.
Yeah, so over the course of the sort of events, if you will, there'll be double round robin on days 1 and 2. So essentially everybody will play everyone twice. And then the teams in the last place of each conference, they're out. Don't worry about them no more. And then on the next days, there'll be a knockout gauntlet. So over the course of the next 2 days, it'll be knockout games no matter what. And then in the finals, they'll move on to the regional. So essentially what this is going to be able to do is create a system in which none of the games are pointless, because that's what esports is trying to get away from, right? Traditional sports has this problem that if you're a team that is on the lower end of the spectrum, essentially it's a race to the bottom. You're tanking. You're probably just looking at draft positioning at that point. And really, when you're in college and that's not a factor, there's kind of no reason even for you to play those games outside of just padding another team's stats. So with this double round robin and going into the elimination sort of format, what this does is this takes those bottom 2 teams and say, hey guys, thanks for showing up, but you didn't make the cut. They're gone, and you got knockout from there on. And so I really like that, because by the end of it, we will get the teams that are truly the best. And we also get the opportunity for there to be some upsets. And I think that's really what college esports, and by proxy college competition across the board, is really, really all about. People love to see the underdogs win out. And in Rocket League, it definitely can happen. So I'm a big fan of this particular format. I hope it's laid out in a very easy to understand formula for a lot of people, as opposed to sort of the week over week stuff. But it's sort of representing, or sort of resembling, what they're doing in professional Call of Duty right now, where they're having group stage, knockouts, and then they're having a major
shuffling teams around.
Shuffling teams around. The one thing I also want to say is that this prize pool will be $75,000. Okay, this is what I'm talking about.
Because now so many more schools are going to be invested. They're like, oh, we can get that cash money, and then boom, more people are playing. It's all there. So and the 2.5 GPA is interesting as well. That you have to have a 2.5 GPA to play. Because we haven't heard much GPA stuff in collegiate esports. And so it's good to see that like the top collegiate esports, like, hey, you need a 2.5 to play the
you
the
need
fast
to
car
actually
game.
be like a student. So so it's one of those things that I'm in favor of as well. Open qualifiers are starting on that March 14th cut. And then after that, we'll have week 1 of league play starting March 31st. So make sure that if you guys are interested, to make sure you register for those open qualifiers, because the window is short. But we are very excited to bring you more Collegiate Rocket League, and we will be talking all about it